got a fish, and I was trying to not die. Got another fish. That's a better fish. That is a much better fish. That's a better fish. Oh, what is that? What is that? I don't know what that is. Good morning. I definitely slept in the truck last night. I am here at the launch. Decided to sleep here at the launch because I wanted to be one of the first guys in the water. And I just kind of shook myself awake and noticed there's already somebody dropping in a big boat. I'm here at the Snyder's Run launch at Raystown Lake up in PA. Here to target a couple different species. I goobered around a lot yesterday. Tried to fish the Susquehanna yesterday morning, but it was just way too sketchy. Even though the water is only about a foot high, it was still running so hard and fast that even with my trolling motor maxed out at top speed, I was going backwards. It was one of the sketchiest moments I've had on the water in a while. It took me about an hour and a half to go about a quarter mile from where I was trying to fish back up to the boat ramp just to be able to pull out. And that was with full speed trolling motor and paddling. So that was an interesting situation. I don't want to do that again. So I goobered around for a bit. Did a little bit of fishing below the spillway up at Raystown. It's probably about 6 miles from where I am right now. And managed to catch one super tiny dink brown trout. He'd probably 5 inches max. And pop that clip in here. Stopped beneath the spillway here at the dam at Raystown Lake and managed to tick off species number 4 on my list for the year. This is a tiny little brown trout. So that was species number 4 on the year ticked off. So 4 down, 46 to go. Still counts. I was not skunked. It still counts. I jumped a couple more of them off when I was throwing a lipless crankbait. But I couldn't connect. I had an ultralight rod and a lure that was way too heavy, and the fish were just throwing it. But yeah, I'm going to get things buttoned up here. I'll shake myself awake, get a little bit of caffeine in me. And I'll return to you when we're on the water. But before I do that, I do want to say, hey there, how's it going? I'm Adam. This is Go To Outdoors. And I'm happy to welcome you back to another one. I'm very excited about today and the potential that it is, even though it's a lot colder than it should have been. Yeah, it was supposed to be in the mid to high 30s. It is currently 30 degrees. It is below freezing. And I'm about to put myself into a set of waders and hop onto a lake I've never been on before. So fingers crossed, it's going to be a good day. But like I said, I'll get back with you when we're on the water. It's going to be a good day. Holy crap, it's a beautiful morning. I mean, it's cold, don't get me wrong. It's still 31 degrees. No, it's 30 degrees still. I'm finally on the water. Took a bit of time, goobering about, getting rigged up and everything else. But main thing was I was trying to not freeze. But water's kind of clear. Looks like we got about 7 or 8 foot of visibility. I'm just going around. There's some more guys that have been coming out this morning. And they're just launching along with me. I'm gonna go ahead and throw these puppies on because I'm coming into a beautiful sunrise. Yeah, this is one big beautiful lake. I'm gonna have a lot of fun here today. So I'm just gonna target a couple shallow spots that have a lot of sun beating on them. I'm gonna throw around a little swim bait. I'm primarily trying to target non-bass species today, with the exception of striped bass. If there's any striped bass, I hope I catch some of them, but mainly I want to get trout, perch, lake trout, anything like that. So gonna try and have myself a great day. There's a lot of bass guys coming out this morning. I guess they might know something too, but This place is known for big smallmouth and good sized largemouth as well. So I mean, obviously whatever we catch, I'm gonna be happy with it. But even if I get completely skunked and break my streak, I don't mind, because this is something that I wanted to come up here for quite a long time and just try and learn. Especially, like, I'm gonna focus on the lake trout, and I've never caught one before, so I don't know what the heck I'm doing. But I am going to see what I can see. I know there's a bunch of guys that are trolling downriggers. I'm going to try and find them on my fish finder and vertical jig for them. I don't know how effective that's going to be. That's where, I don't know if you can see it right over there. There's a little dust devil made of fog off the water. That was pretty cool. But yeah, I'm going to try and find them on my depth finder. With the temperatures right now, I'm only guessing that I'm going to get about 4.5 hours worth of life out of my 20 amp hour battery. Because this unit, the 106 SV, it draws a lot of power, especially if I'm using down scan at the same, sorry, not down scan, side scan, which I'm going to use a little side scan to try and find where I'm going. See if there's any structure off to the side of me, but mostly it's just going to be traditional 2D sonar for the better part of the day. Look at my charts, see if I can find any flats or anything like that. I'm looking at a flat kinda out in front of me that's 105 feet deep. It's like the old base of the valley. Everything here like super steep off the sides of these banks. But anyway, I'm rambling. I've gone on for at least 3 minutes now, and I'm going to shut up and get to fishing, and I'll bring you back when I have something. Just look how fast this drops here. This is ridiculous. I'm going to try and get up into this cove here in a second. I got to put some of my stuff away. All right, so we are exploring. I've got a Demiki vault tied on here. Just a little blade bait. If I come across any trout that I see in the mid-water column or on the bottom, I'm going to drop on them. And the action on that, you just drop it, jig it, it flutters really good. And lake trout are known to be super aggressive. When they want to hit something, they'll chase it, and everything apparently happens really quick. So if I find them, I'm going to throw a spot lock on and try and drop down onto them. And we'll see what we can see. I think there's got to be perch or something on these marks. Plenty of marks here. A lot of life in this lake. Definitely a fish right there. I just had a hit right there. Put that back. Don't get hooked. Throw this little underspin, because this is a very shallow point. There might be a smallie or two, because again, this is a warming bluff wall, basically. Sink for a little bit. Got one. Got my first fish of the day. Nice smallie. Nice little small on an ultralight. That was fun. Get in here, buddy. Get in here, buddy. Oh, man, he got it good. What a beautiful little smallmouth. Wow. Picture time, not skunked. What a beautiful fish. I love smallmouth. What an absolutely gorgeous fish. Come on, little buddy. Time for you to go home. All right, yes, not skunked. I think what I'm actually gonna do for a while is turn off for a while. I'm just gonna work this bank, and I'll go do some more searching here in a little bit for other stuff, because yeah, I was gonna fish for just lake trout and stuff like that, but that was too fun just now. That was too much fun. But yeah, I'm using a little Kitech, and still, those things, one fish and you're already at like a good chunk of the durability of it totally gone. I'm gonna see if I can make it work for one more fish, but if I can't, well, I got other stuff I can throw on in its place. That was a good hit. That was a fun little fish. Yeah, you can see it's already torn up that much. I had it sitting flush, and it's already torn out that much just from that one fish. So they're fantastic baits, don't get me wrong, but they are not durable. You almost need to bring, you know, 8 or 9 packs of the stuff with you whenever you bring some out. Yeah, 10-pound braid, 6-pound fluorocarbon on an ultralight. This is a trout rod. I don't have any bait casters on the boat today. I only brought spinning gear because, again, I'm targeting stuff that's out of my wheelhouse. Well, at least on a lake. I grew up fishing for trout, but never in a lake like this, obviously from a kayak, because I've only had the kayak since last year. But yeah, this is a very new experience, fishing a big deep reservoir. Fishing big deep reservoir period. You know, Lake Anna I don't consider big and deep. I haven't yet been able to get onto Jennings Randolph, so this is pretty much as close as I've ever been to truly fishing a new area, a new type of water for me. Don't think I'm going to go all the way back in there. I have mail. I'm going to try and find these banks that are getting warmed up. I'm in like, I know I'm in 50 feet of water right now, and it's ridiculous. I'm this close to shore and I'm in 50 foot of water. My best bet is to hit stuff that's already got sun on it, but these points are too good not to cast something at. These look too juicy. That felt like a good hit. That's just rock. That's just rock. Don't want to get caught in my trolling motor. My fingers are cold. It's still really chilly this morning. Really chilly. Just bouncing it off the bottom. Yep. I was getting hit. Darn it. I was getting hit. It pulled my pants down. You dirty, rotten scoundrels. It pulled my pants down. But yeah, that's one fish, 2 fish. That Kitech's already done. Kind of annoying. So I'm using Fit Premium Lures, solid body swim bait, and Sexy Shad. And I don't know if it get picked up on the camera, but there's a bit of blue pearlescent that's actually in this swim bait. It looks amazing. My rigging job is awful, but I bit the nose off to make it fit a little bit better. But these just are a little bit more durable. I'm gonna see if I can get a couple 2-3 fish off of this bad boy, and we'll see what happens. Get resituated. Just dragging it on the rocks. I've got some 3-inch, and I got a different color that's a 3.5, I believe. Yep, 3.5 inch. It's called Silver River Shiner, and I've already had good luck with that one. As a trailer on the back of a chartreuse and white chatterbait. Let's get going this way a little bit. I got to get into some sun just to warm myself up. Sheesh. I'm gonna go over there. This is a beautiful area. Like, no kidding, this is a beautiful lake. Not supposed to be a lot of wind today. but we shall see. I'm gonna get out of this guy's way because this, oh no, as soon as he passes that no wake buoy, he's gonna rip down this lake. Always wave to them, make sure they see you. I do have my flag on, my bright orange flag on the back of this thing at all times on a big body of water, because you do not want to get smacked by a boat that doesn't see you. Granted, there's always the off chance, because there are a lot of people that just flat out don't pay attention what they're doing, but you do not want that to happen at any time. So minimize risk whenever you can. There's a lot of wood on this thing. That's what she said. There's definitely a lot of wood on this bank. Yep, as soon as he could, he took off. That's what bass guys do. And there's the wake from the tracker. Huh. The no wake area is actually marked on the maps here. That's pretty cool. This is the kind of area I'd expect to catch perch. Big tree like this. I definitely expect to catch perch there. 17 foot, just this close to shore. This is a steep-sided lake. For sure. I'm gonna go there. I'm kind of expecting to see a couple fish on this flat down there, because it seems to be the depth, the super deep spots that these guys are all trolling on. That looks like fish to me. That looks like fish to me. That's a massive water bait down there. This is going to take a while to get down, but I'm going to see what I can do. 100 foot down. 100 foot down. Holy crap, that's a lot of bait down there. Those are fish. That's definitely fish streaking up. They're coming up to 75 foot. They're still coming up. What in the world? One's going back down. It's hanging right about 50 foot. Yep, my lure just went past it. It followed my lure down. See that little streak right there? That was my lure going down. Okay, now I'm tracking my lure on my right above his head, right there. He's right there. He's right on under it. went back down. Darn, I was jigging right on his head for a minute. He's still kind of there. But that I gotta get a picture of that. I've never targeted a fish directly with a sonar. That was cool. Man, it's cold. I can't believe just how fast. This is the old creek bed, as it clearly says, but it flies up here. 51-degree water temps. Submerged major creek bed. Fish right around 50 foot there. A couple fish around 50 foot. I'll try and get out of this wind. Got a fish, and I was trying to not die. Got another fish. That's a better fish. That is a much better fish. That's a better fish. Oh, what is that? What is that? I don't know what that is. I might have a lake trout. I might have a lake trout. I might have a lake trout, folks. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, that's a good trout. That's a good trout. That's a real good trout. Oh, got one. I got a lake trout. Holy crap, that was a adventure. Oh man. Oh, what did I do here? Oh, he's in the net. That's all I care about. He's in the net. Oh, first time I've ever caught a lake trout. And this was what in the hell did I just do? What in the hell did I just do? Wow, that's a mess. I'll get him unhooked. He's coming home with me, I will tell you that right now. Ooh, they had some teeth. That's a good lake trout. That is a good fish. Oh man. Adam, what are you doing here? What is this? This is an absolute hot mess. What happened here? Don't spin. Don't spin. I don't want him to flop out when I unhook him either. Okay, that's out. Wow. Yeah, let's shut that off for a second. That was 17 kinds of adventure. Holy crap. And that's still... Either way, that line is shot. I'm gonna spot lock here. Man, keep him in the water for a second. Gotta compose myself. Okay, let's get that reeled in. Oh, maybe we won't. It's caught on my transducer. Okay. All right, there she is. Beautiful 20-inch lake trout. Just had to get a picture. Yep, 20-inch lake trout. And she is definitely going to be coming home with me. That's going to be a tasty treat for the family. Super excited about that. I wanted to be able to do that today, and I succeeded. All right, make sure that's tied up tight, not going to get away. And yes, mission accomplished. Caught my first lake trout, species number 5 on the year. And they are slimy fish. She made a mess, but yep, I'm just gonna keep tossing and we'll see what happens here. That was awesome. That was absolutely awesome. 100% chaos, but man, that was awesome. Sweet. And yeah, I was trying to mess with my trolling motor when she hit. I didn't know what it was. I didn't think I had a strike, but she just walloped it. Oh yeah, and she made me bleed. She got me back. So Thank her for her sacrifice. One heck of a fight, but this round goes to me. But she put up one of the best fights I've had in a long time. That was cool. That was really cool. Yeah, when she hit, I thought I had another smallmouth because I was doing the same thing, just still throwing this little underspin. But as soon as she took off like a good run, I was like, no, 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 no. That is not a smallmouth. Totally different fight. All, you know, same kind of attitude. Definitely have the same kind of attitude as a smallmouth, but just a lot more power. And of course, those things can get, you know, 40 inches long or more. So God only knows how hard one of those monsters would fight. One that's up about 15, 20 pounds. That'd be one heck of a fight. I mean to tell you. Truth be told, I don't know how I would handle that fight. I can't even imagine. Because I just picked that one up off. This is an ultralight rod. I'm using 10-pound mainline and 6-pound fluoro on an underspin that's, you know, 1/8 of an ounce. I didn't think I was going to catch a freaking lake trout on this setup right here. That's just cool. That is just absolutely cool. I like this lake. This is a very pretty lake, like I've said before. I'm getting distracted. I'm rambling. I'm just excited. I'm super excited that I just caught that lake trout. First lake trout I've ever caught, 20 inches. Of course, I don't have an exact measurement. I got a scale in my little thing up here, so I'd be interested to see what she weighs. But that's gonna have to wait till later. Yep, just gonna keep casting in this little cut here. See what I can see and see what else comes up. Oh, that was a good hit. That was a good hit. I just missed that fish. That fish smoked it. That fish absolutely smoked it. Wow. Don't know what it was, but that was a good hit just now. That was a real good hit just now. Yeah, some of the guys I was talking to at the launch yesterday said that the slow rolling swim bait bite is definitely where it's at right now. Just get something. Got something. Got something. Largie, third species on the day. Oh no, don't get in my stringer. Don't get my stringer. Oh, don't do that either. Gotcha. That's probably my biggest largie of the year right there. Nice. Beautiful fish. Bye. Whoa, a lot of fish right that I just went right over. Anyway, that largemouth hit was not very strong. It was kind of subtle, to be honest. But this has been a great day of fishing so far. 3 species. Again, largemouth and smallmouth I already had checked off, but that lake trout, and the first lake trout I've ever caught to be over 20 inches. That's, got one, got another one. That was just a dunk. That's a good smallie. Oh, that's a good smallie. Boot flip. Man, that's another real good quality smallmouth. What a fish. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. What a fish. This is it. Okay, I'm quickly falling in love with this lake. I ain't gonna lie. This is a lot of fun here. I am quickly falling in love with this lake. Same thing as before. Just slowly reeling it down. Just finesse fishing. Nothing but finesse. I do prefer finesse fishing, ultralight fishing. It's a lot of fun. I do need to end up getting myself one of those catch boards though. I want to see what the length on these fish is. Hello, Sinus. Being that I slept in my truck last night, I didn't have most of my stuff with me, including my allergy medications. And as you can see in these hills up here, it's springtime. There's trees are all budding up. There's gonna be stuff coming up before too long, and boy howdy, my sinuses are reminding me of that fact for sure. Just gonna let it sink, and while it sinks, I'm gonna make my buddy Jim jealous because he's at work today. I'll be right back. He'll be grouchy with me here in a second. Just you wait. So smallmouth and largemouth are doing well in here, so it would seem. Oh, grass is starting to grow. See, one thing I was not expecting to have a lake trout hit a lure in 6 foot of water. I've always been under the impression that they're deep water fish. But I suppose when the water is only 50 degrees, they can go wherever the heck they want to, because they're not limited by anything for that matter. Because they can handle the super deep stuff, and apparently they can handle the shallow stuff no problem at all. So that's pretty cool. So remember what I was saying a couple videos back, it's all about the data points. Collect data points, learn as you're fishing. Don't just keep doing the same thing. Don't just trust history, and darn sure don't trust just what you were told all the time with blind faith. Because some people, there's guys, if you run into a new spot and you're asking some of the old timers, they think you're going to burn out their spot by telling you, what depth the fish are at, what they're hitting, stuff like that. So be wary of that. It's unfortunate, but it is kind of the name of the game in a lot of places, which sucks. But because after all, at the end of the day, we're all here to have fun. We're all here to have fun. We're all here to catch fish and just enjoy ourselves. And there's some people that just want to crap on that. That's the unfortunate side of things. Yeah. And that was probably my buddy Jim responding. He's probably super jealous right now. Okay, if he's texting more than once, he's probably a little pissed. He's my #1 fishing buddy, and I can't tell you how much I wish he was here with me right now exploring this place, because again, new lake, awesome place. 10 out of 10 Raystown Lake. I have no problem whatsoever recommending this place. Definitely going to be coming back up here. It's a bit of a trek, so it's not going to be an out and back in one day kind of thing for me, because it's about a little over 3 hours to get here with no pit stops or traffic. But yeah, this is definitely going to be a place I'm going to be coming back to, especially once I finish up some of my other projects I'm working on. It'll make fishing larger bodies of water much easier. Another thing I got to do is I'm going to change the mounting situation I've got for my fish finder here, and probably going to put a slightly smaller unit on, because I've got a 93 SV UHD2 in addition to this 106 SV, and the 93 actually draws about half the current that this one does, the half max amp draw. So if I'm running everything, banging all the sonars away, and it adds up real quick, and I can chew through a 20 amp hour battery in this thing for in about 4 hours. I keep shutting mine off. You might have noticed it's not on all the time, but there's a reason for that. If I'm casting shallow, I treat it the way I'm treating rivers. Like in rivers, I don't even have this fish finder with me most of the time, just because I have no need to do that, to use it. I have no use for it. And shallow water situations are kind of similar. So there's a lot of times when I'm not even going to have a graph on, but this is not one of them. Big water like this, new place, definitely using the tools to my advantage. What I'm trying to do here is cast up to this point that's up here, because there's a lot of potential. I kind of wish at this point I did have one of my bass rods, probably a jig or something. That would be nice. But I don't. I left them all in the truck. There we go. Oh, I just dropped it. Oh, that was a good fish. That was a good fish. Damn it. Right off the point. I'm going to just spot lock here. Right off the point. Right where it should have been. It's probably that fish right there. Damn it. It was just a subtle take, and I didn't quite get him hooked. Super subtle take. Probably just had it by the tail, to be honest. Let's see, let it get back down to the bottom again. All the luck I've had today has been pretty much bottom bouncing this thing as I slow roll it. The fish are just picking it up as it goes over a rock or something. Pretty area, beautiful area. The amount of wildlife I've seen makes me want to do some squirrel hunting up here, but there's no hunting on the Raystown Lake project. No hunting whatsoever. I have something tiny. I had something tiny just now. Oh man, something was just hanging on to it. Something real big just jumped behind me. Something real big is right underneath me right now. That was probably a lake trout. I can almost guarantee you that big M right there on the screen was a lake trout. Well, unfortunately, folks, I'm going to have to see if I missed any catches. Just turned my camera on. I didn't realize it had shut itself off, so I don't know when it shut itself off, but I will find out. And if I caught anything, I have taken a photo of every fish I've caught. I'll add it in here. I don't think I've missed anything, though. It's been slow for a little while, and as you can see, I'm retying because I just lost my only tiny underspin that I brought with me. Sorry about that, folks. My battery died on me again, so I've retied again. So let's see what we can get now. This wind is being real funky back in this particular corner. Just threw on a Berkeley, just power bait, swim bait, one of the pre-rigged ones. Didn't have any other underspins or anything like that, so we're just kind of slumming it with the Walmart specials at this point. These don't necessarily end up being nearly as snag proof as some of the other baits I've been throwing, so we'll see what happens. That was a hit. Got him. Got him. Oh, got him. That was just a dunk. That's a good fish. That's a another real good smallie. Another real good smallie. Oh, yeah. Nothing fancy. Walmart special. So I got another great smallie. Nice. What a day. This is a great day of fishing. On an ultralight rod too. Am I stupid for doing that? I don't know. It makes the fight a lot more fun, that's for sure. But they're just, the smallies are out. And they are feeding. But it's a solid thunk when they hit it. It's a lot of fun. There's a lot of fish moving below the boat. Below the kayak. Got another one. Got another one. Another real, this feels like, oh, damn it. That fish just ran it. Son of a bitch. That was a big fish. Son of a bitch. All right, I'm not messing around with ultralight anymore. That fish just pissed me off. That was a good fish. That was a real good fish. He just took it and ran. Son of a gun. I'm switching out. No more ultralight. I didn't think I'd be coming up against that caliber of fish in here. That was a good fish. That was a strong fish. He went right under the boat. Probably tagged the this and just popped it. Damn. It's okay. I got more of these. Now that I know they're working. Damn, that was a good fish. That was probably another really nice lake trout. That really burns me. I knew that it's the 6-pound test. I was only using 6-pound test. I had a feeling that was going to bite me. But the fun was in the fight, and the challenge is always there, so sometimes you just can't be bothered to get away from just having fun, and it happens. From time to time, it does happen. So, what are we going to do now? We are going to retie on heavier gear and throw that now. Okay, we're not going to have that happen again. Oh, that burns me. So this is heavier braid, heavier leader, heavier rod, and we're just going to throw this now. Popped it right at the knot from my leader to braid. Crummy thing is that fish now has a hook in its mouth and it's out there swimming. I don't like that. That's the main reason I don't like losing fish. It's because, you know, if they have the lure in their mouth or, you know, get gut hooked or anything like that, then that's going to be a hard time for that fish for a while. And I really don't like that. You know what? I was having too much fun. I was going to have to loosen my drag. I'm just gonna have to loosen my drag. I'm going back to the ultralight. Can't help myself. It's too much fun. I still have my braid knot, but the copoly just totally slipped out. Or the floor carpet just totally slipped out of that. Huh. So basically I should have that fish. It was my knot that screwed up. That was on me. That was on me. Oh well. That was 100% on me. Grumble, grumble. But I'm willing to bet that was another lake trout with the way that it ran like that. I can almost guarantee you it was another lake trout. Alright, I am back. And yeah, I did retie. I'm gonna probably have to up it to 8-pound fluorocarbon because I'm just using the cheap stuff, you know, Seaguar Basics, Seaguar 101, and it's got a lot of stretch, but I don't know if the knot strength is, you know, superb. But I know this, I think that with the heavier stuff I was just using, A, it wasn't sinking quite as fast, and B, it was a copolymer, and I don't know if certain fish are just finicky on that. I couldn't actually see anything. That was a bald eagle around the corner there. That was cool. I don't know if the fish were seeing it. This point is too textbook to not have a fish on it. I knew I was going to get one off this point. I called it. Called it. It was too good. It was way too good. It's way too good. Called it. Like Babe Ruth. Called my shot there. And he just tore up my thumb. All right. It was too good. Please tell me I was recording on that. He was a little dinker, but you know what? He was still fish, and he still was hanging out right where he should have been. Right off of this point. Right off of this point. Shallow cover, sun blowing on it. Right where he should have been. Wind is, I don't like the wind. I don't like the wind. I've spent several hours just in this one particular arm of this lake, and I'm not mad at that. That's the one thing about being in a kayak that you do actually get forced to do, is pick apart an area a lot more thoroughly than somebody in a bigger boat. So in that regard, you know, kayaks are fantastic because they honestly, I think it teaches you to be a better fisherman. Because you're looking a lot more detailed at everything that you see, and you're more or less forced to take your time and fish an area. So it's pretty cool. Got him. That was a very, very subtle tap. That's because he's tiny. Yeah, just another little smallie. Very, very subtle tap on that one. I want to get spiked. For the record, that was definitely like the subtlest tap I've had all morning. Just a dink. Not very much of a strike at all. Very, very subtle. But they're eating this swim bait pretty well. Swim bait's always going to be one of my confidence baits. Always has been, always will be. So I'm back home. It's another day, but I wanted to split this video up into two parts. I had such a great day of fishing that I wanted to have another episode that's what I did for the next part, which is actually go below the spillway at the dam at Raystown Lake. But you'll see that one in the next one. But couldn't complain about that day at Raystown whatsoever. Just a great day catching smallmouth, largemouth, and of course my first lake trout. That was incredible. I just really wish I knew what took my bait off of my ultralight when I snapped the line. The world may never know. I think it was another lake trout though. The way it hit and the way it immediately just... I will get redemption. Believe me, I will get redemption on that one. But yeah, that's about all I got for you today. So like I always say, thanks again for watching. Make sure you find a reason to smile today, and I'll catch you in the next one.